Hello, welcome to Monday Mindfulness. This is a place where we come together and share all kinds of different practical and applied mindfulness practices. So it's all about finding a way that works for you and getting really practical results that integrate with your day. So we will do some seated practices, but we'll also creep those seated practices out into our regular life as well and make space for both. So it's kind of this integrated, holistic program that we develop for ourselves. So it goes through phases, it adapts and flows as we do, and it's really just about honoring you and your needs. So speaking of that, we're going to be working on self-love today. And this is so valuable. I find it really, really valuable to do at least once every few weeks, is to really give myself some self-care and give myself some open-hearted love and just notice what happens there. This can often highlight some gaps in our self-love and areas where we may be unconsciously projecting things out that are based on our own shortages internally. So this can actually highlight things so that we can make peace with them and also find some action or some resolution or some depth of understanding that actually helps to give us inner peace. So this process of self-love actually is really useful when we're looking to move forward with something, or if we're feeling a little uncomfortable in our lives. It can help us to really get at the sources of where our discomfort is and really build up that feeling of comfort, safety, and support within ourselves. So we're not blindly reaching for it externally in places where we may not be able to find it. We can actually take some breaths and make space and consciously focus on loving ourselves and getting clarity on what is there here to love, and what are we really embracing, and what are we resisting that love with? What are we creating roadblocks for ourselves with? What are we getting shown by our body really needs attention, and what really needs maybe action or honesty or whatever we're working with? It can really help us to shine a light on the details of our internal process, especially around safety and security. Because if we're not feeling lovable, we're not feeling very safe. And that's something that's very, very valuable to explore in general. And it has so much value to explore with mindfulness. To me, this is one of the most valuable ways that we can apply mindfulness. Not rating or leveling these things, but I find it I want to cry with gratitude every time I not only practice this myself, but I see it unfold and help people to blossom and help people to really compassionately, lovingly embrace themselves with all of what they are, and really find that genuine peace and liberate themselves from the absence of love and peace. So we've talked a little bit in abstract terms about how valuable this is, and I really want this one to be as experiential as possible. So that's enough talking for now. Let's get ourselves comfortable and really just taking the space to just honor ourselves for this time that we're sitting here. Really just, allowing you to be you as you are. No need to change anything, especially in this practice. We're just going to embrace and open to the experience that we're having and give ourselves some self-care. You do deserve it. So, finding yourself a comfortable place to sit, taking a few long, deep breaths, relaxing the muscles, Relaxing a little more with each breath. Resting the legs and the hips. Spine straight. Relaxing the belly, the shoulders. If you want to lie down for this practice, please do. This is all about your self-care. Really being able to relax and rest into this. Taking a break from needing to be something other than you. From needing to do or change anything. Just letting you rest here. Resting the body. Resting the mind. Resting the face. Resting any urge to push or pull. Just allowing you to be you right here. Just opening to this experience. Noticing if the body is carrying anything. Continuing to breathe long and deep. Noticing what's speaking in the body, allowing it to simply be. We don't need to tell a story about it. Or label it today. We can just experience this moment, letting now come and go, being here with this now, this moment. Allowing any emotions to be exactly as they are. Really gently, openly tracking any movement of emotion. Experiencing the emotion in the moment. We don't need to label or frame this emotion. Just experience it now, and now, and now. Continuing to stay with the moment. tracking that emotion, noticing what happens when we open to self-care. We're going to give ourselves some self-care today. Noticing what changes in the body. Noticing if you feel yourself opening to it. Noticing if you want to close down to it. You may even feel like tears of gratitude coming, like a liberation. Just noticing the subtle details. There's no right or wrong here. Just being honest with ourselves about what we feel when we open to self-care. Now moving one hand up over the heart center. Really honoring you as you are. Not as someone that needs to be something or become something. You, the humble, simple being that is having this experience. Allow yourself to be humble enough to just be in this moment. Just surrender to now. Simple, humble self-care. Now bringing the other hand up over the heart center. Doing your best to stay with this moment, humbly opening to self-care. If the mind is wanting to make an important story about levels of importance and aligning ourselves to that, just let go, let that mind spin free. Come back to how self-care feels in this moment. You can give a few hums, like deep breathing and letting yourself relax as you do this. Letting the vibration be soaked in. ourselves to really embrace this moment. Really opening to how it feels to be present in this body, in this moment. Noticing if there's a part that genuinely opens to that. Noticing if there's a part that's working against that. Noticing how these dynamics feel. You might notice that some of these feelings have underlying motivations or sources. Your body might show you what its priorities are for comfort and safety. Just allowing the voice of the body to speak and change from moment to moment. Noticing if the body is asking for stability or movement, or if it's content to be peaceful in the middle. Graceful flow, movement or stillness. Whatever your experience is in this moment is perfect. Opening, staying, allowing. Really allowing ourselves to come into a hug now, embracing ourselves. Noticing how that feels. Noticing how it changes as we stay with it. Staying with self-care from moment to moment. just this hug from moment to moment, really allowing the heart to open and give to itself, hugging you in the most loving way possible. Staying present with this moment of the hug while allowing it to continue to open and change. Making space to really savor the details, taking breaths in between any movement. It's okay to smile as we do this. It's okay to cry as we do this. Whatever you feel is the focus of this meditation, as it is. Staying open and loving with ourselves. Noticing how it feels to really be hugged. Noticing the details of this experience. Noticing how it feels to give and receive love at the same time. Staying open, staying present. Making space to open and embrace this moment. Noticing how it feels to be loved. Noticing how it feels to be held and safe. You might notice some resistance to this, some gaps in that love and safety. That's okay. This is a time for that feeling to speak too. It's important. Allowing the whole experience to be felt. Allowing that experience to speak to you, to share its message. body might have a different idea of safety than you thought you did. It may have a different idea of lovable than the mind thought. And now you can continue to move the hug. You can rest in any way that's comfortable. And we're just going to open this love out, allowing ourselves to just open and notice how it feels. To naturally allow that love to be shared with the whole universe, with all things. You might notice some areas that open. You might notice some areas that contract as you do this. Just allow yourself to witness all of it. And continue to do our best to open in love for the entire universe. Just allowing ourselves to experience that in this moment, in any way that we experience it, withholding any judgment, any perspectives, opening, allowing, witnessing, whatever you experience is perfect in this moment. You may notice an opening, an ecstasy, a sharing of love that's free and embracing. You may notice some bits of resistance. You may notice a story come up. You may notice some holding on. That's okay. Judging isn't something that we need to do here. We're embracing whatever the experience brings. So continuing to breathe, continuing to lean that heart open into the universe without needing to force it, allowing it to gracefully share that love. Allowing whatever is experienced to be felt. Relaxing into it. Just witnessing and doing our best to love. Allowing whatever you experience to be fully felt. Giving love to that too. All parts of the universe, every little corner and crack and opening and experience, allowing it all to be seen with the eyes of perfection, allowing it all to be open to by the heart. Just noticing all the details. Opening and loving and allowing with each breath. You can actually start using the I love you mantra slowly enough that you can feel and experience. I love you, sharing it out with the universe. I love you. I love you. Noticing the whole experience. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Making space to feel what you feel as you genuinely do your best to open to this. I love you. 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 And now opening to any loved ones we can think of, any people that are close to us, family and friends, bringing that same I love you mantra to them. I love you. 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 And now bringing that same mantra to this body, this mind, this being. I love you. I love you. I love you. Unconditional love. I love you. 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 Just staying in that for a bit. Noticing, allowing, just being you. And just coming to some long, deep breaths. Giving your body any movements, adjustments, stretches that it needs. Slowly, gently, bringing some movement back. And And slowly, gently bringing some movement back to the body. Allowing yourself to stretch, adjust. Slowly coming back to the space. And slowly, gently coming back to the space. Opening up your eyes. This practice can be so deeply profound. It can be a very, very overwhelming experience to try to analyze bits of it, and it doesn't always need to be analyzed. It's an experience. Sometimes I like to journal this particular practice. I like to journal a lot of practices to kind of explore and individually meditate with and sit with particular things that came up. If you'd like to share and bounce some of your experiences off each other, please share in the comments. This is a really, really valuable process for me to be able to not only cultivate the habit of peace, happiness, and safety and security and love, but it's also very, very useful to be able to identify gaps in that, any areas where our mind or our body has been communicating to us that something's out of balance, something's asking for action or asking for work or just asking to be questioned and meditated with. So there's many, many things that can come up here and many, many ways forward. And really, I feel that using this as part of a balanced personal maintenance program can be so valuable in being able to consistently, sustainably, gracefully flow through life. So this is a basic self-care meditation with a few different dynamics. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you'd like more videos like this, please subscribe, and I hope you have a fantastic week. Love you guys. Mwah.